The iconic Paul McCartney got back live. A once-in-a-lifetime must-see event. Paul McCartney performing a catalogue of music that's formed the soundtracks of our lives. Casey's Centre, October 14th. Register now for pre-sale access at paulmccartneygotback.com before the general on sale this Friday at 10 a.m.
Welcome back to Overthinking with Mackenzie and Scott.
Oh no, we're starting off with accents again.
Well, her accent of that ad was so strong. Paul McCartney. Yikes.
I went to Paul McCartney last time he was at Wells Fargo. So it's not a once-in-a-lifetime situation because I have seen it. Eric Herman, our great graphic designer, took me there to Wells Fargo Arena, now the Casey's Center. Cade Murphy, though, I heard, is very interested to go see Sir Paul McCartney.
I am so ready to buy these tickets tomorrow for the pre-sale. I am on the edge of my seat. I will be waiting with
he's got
full
Beatlemania.
anticipation. Yes, I do. It's the last time he's probably coming to Des Moines. He's 83 years old.
Oh, that's young for a Brit. They age different.
Do they?
Do.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, I know McCartney is... He's probably got a crazy regimen going on for...
Lots of hot dogs to keep things tight, you know? That's Paul.
Well, it is an aphrodisiac after all, so...
Hell yeah, it is. You know, that guy's got the drive. We have a lot to get to today. We have a lot to get to, including an AI rock band. I'm sure Scott will be thrilled to talk about that. A jailhouse baby. And my new favorite gambling addiction. Oh, let's roll into top topics powered by Kabursky Brothers Lawn Care. Scott, how is your yard looking?
They just stopped by for their 4th application last week. My yard is looking really good. Thanks, Kabursky Brothers. And also, I'd like to give a big shout out to Mother Nature for some of the rain that we've been getting. This time of year, usually my yard is fried and in very dormant stage. But nope, we got some good rain going. So thanks, Kabursky Brothers and Mother Nature.
We love it. All right, top story number 1. Rock band with more than 1 million Spotify listeners reveals that it's entirely AI generated. So a fresh new rock band that quickly shot to Spotify's top ranks announced that it's actually wholly generated by artificial intelligence just 1 month after its celebrated debut album earned 1 million listeners. The 60s-inspired rock and roll band, the Velvet Sundown, right here, revealed on Saturday that nothing about it is real, after fans of the up-and-coming artist noticed there were virtually no traces of any people associated with it online. I'm getting more and more angry the more that I speak about this, okay? Can you see it? Can you see my cheeks turning red? If you are watching, I am just beet red in the face. I am just upset. Its debut album, Floating on Echoes, was released on June 5th to mass appeal online. But yeah, as people do, they were quick to notice that some of the photos that the band shared online were unnaturally smooth and matte, and the guitarist's hand was wonky with fused fingers gripping his instrument. A classic hallmark of AI-generated images. So yeah, I'm upset. I'm angry. This is the way the world is going.
What makes you upset? Let me give you a few options here. That the music is good. Like it sounds good.
It's
or
not good.
That over 1 million people are listening to it.
Both. I would not say that the music is good. Just the music and any music. And I know we've talked about this before on this show. People aren't creating art anymore. People aren't creating good music anymore. They are creating music that the algorithm likes and that appeases to the algorithm and that fits the criteria of a good song. And that's what this is.
Yes.
This isn't.
But why does the algorithm like it, quote unquote? It's because human beings like it, right? The algorithm is created.
Yeah, I guess.
Because they know what our ears really like. And if you were just to throw this on, Velvet Sundown is what they're called. You would be like, oh yeah, that just sounds like a retro band. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but that doesn't sound terrible.
But it's
of
all
course, if you break it down
by real art.
Yeah,
so
spoofing
it's not like
the Velvet Underground for starters, which is an actual band from the 60s. That was my first
red
flag. The photos were the biggest red flag by far.
look at that guy on the right. He's like, like dumbass, just playing his guitar. And I can call him that because he's not real.
Because he's not real.
He's fake. He's not real. And it's so upsetting. But it's, if this didn't sound like anything else, if it sounded totally unique and sounded completely unlike anything else, no, I don't think we would like it as much. But it's just a mashup of everything that, has been popular and that humans do like and appreciate, and that itches that scratch in their brain.
But people are going to, the problem for me, what irritates me is that people don't care.
People don't care.
And we'll see, maybe this is just a novelty, and because it's the first one to really sort of break through and become popular, that it's a novelty to do that. And we'll see if other AI bands are able, because there certainly are going to be more and more and more of these. How are human being audiences going to take these in? Are we going to just be like, you know what, I don't care, I'm just going to listen to this? Or is a human being behind it that important to us? That's what I'm concerned about, because I just don't think most people are going to care.
That's what you've been overthinking about this, is if people care or not.
Yes, essentially, it's all about money, right? So if you can create all this and make money quickly, they already put out 3 or 4 albums in the matter of a couple weeks, right? So
2
it's
albums.
Nuts that AI is just going to be able to do it for $0 essentially. And are the algorithms just going to push that?
Where AI will be, okay, do you think we'll get to the point where it's so far removed that a human is not in control of any of it, that then who would make the money off of this? If an AI can then assign another AI to create this band and no one's really in control of that at that point, then where does that money go?
Well, I hope that we go the way, if you've seen YouTube put out a statement, they are not going to monetize AI videos on their platform, which is a huge, that's a big deal. The thing is like, to your point, AI is eventually going to be able to create the AI that creates the AI music. Right. And I hope that we can not monetize that in some way. But then if you just flood the market with free AI generated content, are people going to actually want to pay for human created content, or would they rather just have it for free? Because it's 90% the same. You look at this, like, I love that Christopher Nolan continues to shoot everything on film. I love it because there is a difference. There is something about it, the chemistry that goes into it. However, even to my eye, somebody who really likes to watch films, it's hard to tell what's got an AI filter or a film filter on it, or do I really care that much if the movie's really good, that it's shot digitally as opposed to on film? That's where we're headed here, right? Is like, what do you care about? And I hope, Mackenzie, this is my hope, is that live events are going to become the most important thing for us humans to do, is because it's the only time we can see it happening. And get rid of auto-tune live. Let's hear the actual human being make mistakes and be infallible. If you listen back to Frank Sinatra, he is pitchy. He's not perfect all the time.
Yeah. He's imperfect. There's a lot of imperfections
and
there.
That phrasing, that imperfectness is what makes that music so great. So
it makes it unique every single time. It makes the experience different across. Yeah, it makes it different across the experience. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think anything that involves money, especially in this world, in this country, if the money starts to if there's no place for it to go, then, I don't think it'll be AI is going to potentially solve cancer and then, the cure for cancer, and then they don't want us to all die from cancer, whatever. I think it's going to be the money is going to get so out of control, or there's just not enough money being exchanged. And I think that's what'll stop it. It's all about the money. I think. Well,
once we have quantum computing, that stuff's not going to matter at all.
Oh, Jesus. Well, yeah. I think this is maybe worse than quantum computing. I don't know. It's all tied together, isn't it?
I'm more scared about quantum computing. We'll put that on the back burner for another time.
You know what quantum computing couldn't do? It couldn't get an inmate pregnant it couldn't create a pregnancy between two inmates who had never met each other. It just simply couldn't do it.
What?
No, it couldn't.
Between two people who have never met?
Two inmates conceive healthy baby despite never meeting. Buckle up, okay?
What?
A Florida woman, currently in jail for murder, recently gave birth to a baby. But there's a twist. The baby's father is also an inmate, also accused of murder. So we've got two great people in prison, and they were able to conceive a baby. So Daisy Link, 29, and Juan. Sorry.
You can't pronounce his name, can you?
I thought it was one thing, and then I'm reading another thing, and now I look very uncultured. And that's fine. They have both been in custody at the Turner.
We're just going to go with Juan.
Guilford night. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Joan, but I'm sorry, he doesn't look like a Joan to me. Does that look like a Joan to you? Is it Hone?
The People, I looked up the People magazine report. It says Joan or Juan or whatever. Hone. I don't know.
Joan.
Yeah.
It's got to be Joan, right? It's got to be.
Is it Hone?
It's an H sound. Man, I took 5 years of Spanish, everybody. Jeez.
I know, but this one's throwing me.
It is. I don't know. I've never seen that. It's got to be I don't know. You know how every culture starts messing with spellings of names at some point?
Right.
This is probably one of those. But the parents were like, we're going to get clever and change the O or the U to an O. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But it's still pronounced the same. Okay. I am so sorry.
You can call him Mr. DePaz.
Mr. DePaz. He's 23. He's not a mister. He's a child who is accused of murder. Okay. So they have been in this jail since at least 2022, but somehow in June, Link gave birth to their child. So how did this happen? I know you're asking yourself, but how did this happen? According to an interview with Miami's WSVN, the two inmates began chatting through air conditioning vents. Then came the notes. Then came romance. Eventually, DePaz told her he wanted to have a child, and the two engineered an entire plan using bedding to create a line between their air vents, saran wrap, and wait for it, a yeast infection applicator. And that is how she inseminated herself in jail. Link says, I can't believe it worked. DePaz compared it to none other than the Virgin Mary, of course. Classic Virgin Mary.
Definitely, yeah.
You can tell they read the Bible.
Semen down on some plastic saran wrap.
Exactly. After being accused of murder, of course. I mean,
what happens to this baby?
That's so sad, isn't it? Because what does happen to this baby?
It's awful.
Hopefully, one of their families has a decent family that the baby can go to. I hope it doesn't just get sent into the system. Hopefully, the baby can land with family. Because
reading the notes you had for it, and it said that she's currently living with her mother, so she's just living in jail now.
Yeah, the two are in different jails, but continue to video chat and talk on the phone to see their daughter, who's currently living with her mother. I don't know if she's living with her mom.
Yeah, like
Daisy's
Link's
mom?
mother, or
Yeah.
Or Mr.
And
DePaz.
there is an internal affairs investigation into all of this because apparently a jailhouse
definitely an internal affair.
It's definitely an internal affair. I didn't even know that the jails existed where co-ed. I thought all jails were separate.
Well, I think maybe prisons are. I don't know.
Wings.
Jails probably aren't.
Prison.
Yeah,
but they were close enough for an air vent.
But they are accused murderers. That's a prison. You don't just go to jail when you're an accused, because they've been there since 2022, right? Our prison's more permanent. Jail is more of a holding situation.
Well, I've seen
but while you're waiting for...
I've seen like 90 Days In, and there's like different ways. There's like the A wing, the B wing, and the C wing. So, and there'd be like the men would be in the A wing, and then the high. And
usually in these murder trials, they make you, like, county jail is way worse than prison. So they make you sit in there and just rot because it's a terrible existence. The food's awful, all that sort of stuff, right? And so a lot of guys have, like, once they actually get sentenced, you go to prison and it's like way better. It's way more
depending
organized.
On the prison, right?
Yeah.
And depending on what you've done.
Yes, as long as your paperwork's good when you go to prison, like you'll probably be all right. But if your paperwork is bad, that's when it gets real bad in there for you.
I'd love to see the baby because those two people aren't, they're not terrible looking. They have some
I think we're not talking enough about, we've talked too much and not said this. The way that they got this semen to this lady is incredibly weirdly inventive.
Yeah, it's like a step up from the turkey baster, or I might say.
So they sent he got that. Then it had. Okay, all right. I don't need to describe it.
He had to.
Yeah, he had to.
And then she had to.
Yep.
And
okay, you've described it perfectly.
That's how the birds and the bees and the stork and the prison and unto us a child is born. The end.
Isn't that
how it
just
went?
like the Virgin Mary? That's right.
Yeah. That beats the hell out of my conception story, I gotta say.
What is yours?
That beats the hell out of my conception story, I must say.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Holy shit. The company that brought back dire wolves plans to de-extinct a giant bird next with Peter Jackson's help. So Peter Jackson, if you don't know, I didn't know because I'm not a fucking nerd. The Lord of the Rings director.
Yeah.
And then his partner, Fran Walsh, they invested $15 million in Colossal Biosciences' effort to revive the extinct giant moa bird using ancient DNA and gene editing. So a few months, maybe it was a year ago, I don't know, not that long ago, they have been trying to bring back the dire wolf. But didn't we talk about this on an early episode? They weren't bringing it completely back. They were just...
Well, the way that the gene editing works is that you have to still put it into a gray wolf. So it's not technically 100% purely a dire wolf.
It's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid, but it is pretty dang close, if you will.
Okay. Now, why would they need to do this when this is basically an extra furry ostrich? Can we just not leave anything alone? Can we just not be happy with what we have? The answer is no, obviously. The project in early stages aims to bioengineer and Jesus criminy, you guys, a moa-like bird while collaborating with Maori leaders and scientists to guide cultural and ecological restoration efforts in New Zealand. Just knock it off. Just knock it off. I am so sick.
Well, what if human beings are the cause of the extinction? They wouldn't have happened without us. Do we have a responsibility to bring back animals that we killed?
No, that's no. Something else will pop up.
Certainly New Zealand's doing well, but isn't this is a beautiful dinosaur right here? This is a giant ostrich with a lot of hair on it.
It doesn't look like it has wings. Can you bring up that other picture?
No, I mean ostriches don't fly.
Do they have anything? I know, but do they have wings?
I bet so. But they got little things under
right?
there. But they just don't work because they're too heavy. They can't fly.
Well, right. Like penguins can't fly, but they have wings or whatever you would call that.
Yeah, flippers.
Flippers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think knock it off for real. I just don't do this. Why? What good can come of... No. It's like, have you ever seen Encino Man?
Oh, yeah.
God, it's such a good movie. But think about... Think about how confused poor Brendan Fraser was when he, got all thawed out and he was just hanging out and he was just lost and confused. Handsome, though. Handsome.
I don't think a human being and a moa bird have the same conscious experience of understanding their place in the universe.
Yeah, but their diet and all these things that exist now that didn't exist then, like what are they going to feed this thing? What?
Whatever it eats.
It's so messed up. They don't know what it eats
at all.
because they don't know what it eats. How do they know what it eats?
We killed these things, right? We hunted them to extinction. They're giant birds.
No. Is that true? I don't know.
I would assume.
I didn't get that far in my research. No,
New Zealand
it's a dinosaur. Dinosaurs died.
All birds are dinosaurs.
Right, I know that. However,
So this is a dinosaur that, existed till recently,
No.
in our time.
No, I don't think so.
When
It's like a
when
straight-up
did it die?
dinosaur.
Okay. We'll find
Scott,
out.
you know what? We'll find out. It's just everything's just one quick Goog away. Okay? So just stop.
I'm pro this, so you know.
I know you are, and that's why I brought it up, so we could freaking fight about it. Okay? Scott, do you think we were brother and sister in a past life?
You would really like to think so, because that would be a credit.
What's that mean? What do you
mean?
mean?
I mean, your genetics are, higher form like mine are, because we'd be related in that way. But unfortunately,
you could never handle it.
You would be my younger sister. You would have. I would have made your life a hell.
No, I would have been. Yes, you'd be my older brother, and I'd be so mean to you. I'd be so mean to you, but it's because I love you.
And you would know how
so
to hurt
much.
my feelings.
I would, but you know what? If anyone else said anything bad about you, I'd fuck them up so bad.
Thank you.
Yeah, but no one would because you don't have any bad qualities. Because you're my brother.
Agree to disagree. I can make
We
a
have
long list of all
the
my
same
terrible
DNA.
qualities. Oh, well.
Just like these weird ass birds,
Now your big brother's telling you to move on to this Uno tournament.
Because you're feeling uncomfortable because I'm being nice to you for once.
Stop being nice to me.
You know,
Uno.
if your younger sister is being nice to you, she's got something up her sleeve. Uno is headed to Vegas. The classic card game Uno has found a new home in the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas, where the world's first Uno social club has officially opened to the public. Designed as a space that blends nostalgic gameplay with a themed entertainment, the Uno Social Club marks Mattel's latest move to bring the iconic game into real-world social settings, according to a report by eSports. No, you know what? I'm not a gambler. I am headed to Vegas very soon, and so you can find me at the Uno table, honey, because I have been practicing Uno like crazy over here. The kids are super into Uno right now, and I've been kicking all their asses.
Good.
And I will continue to do that in Las Vegas.
I'm
feelings,
happy to
concerns?
see this. I'm very happy to see a good family card game now get the treatment in Vegas.
Yeah.
I assume there's going to be gambling that goes into this, and
Of course.
it's also. I mean,
I'm going to bet the house on Uno.
I don't. Well, bet your house. You just quoted me. Did you know that I had a phase in my life where people just yelled "bet your house" at me?
No, I
You didn't even know me back then.
Well, we weren't related
Uno,
then.
so much for a younger sister. Uno, for you, Mackenzie, because I know your Spanish is pretty bad, means one in Spanish. So, wouldn't.
Thank you so much.
This is the most important. This is how I tell, and I need Kate on this as well. This is how I
Get
tell
your
how
ass in
good of a
here.
person is. Do you enforce the Uno rule in Uno that when you have one card, you have to say Uno out loud, or do you let it slide?
No, the whole point of the game is to say you have an Uno.
Yeah.
There are people listening right now who don't enforce that rule. And I think they're
come
what's
on.
wrong with the entire
Guess
universe.
what?
are.
They're a
Hello.
dumbass because they're playing the game wrong.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I've
called
never
Uno.
heard Kate talk about anybody like that before, but if you're doing that, you are. I agree with Kate.
It's
You are
called
a
Uno.
dumbass. It's
There
called
are people
Uno.
who play Uno. I've been in this situation. They don't even know the rule. They never
Yeah,
even
that's true.
opened it up to look at the
That's
rules.
true. You would think that would be like one of the most important rules of Uno, but I agree. I think Jeff had to teach me that rule. And he's like, draw a card. You didn't say Uno. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, draw a card. You didn't say Uno in front of my children, in front of our children.
Good.
He embarrassed
The way-
the mother of his children that way.
I don't know if you guys play it this way, but the way we play it is that other people can say Uno before you. And that, so if
you don't say it fast enough,
yeah,
Right.
if you don't, if someone says it before you say it, but you have to put your card down first, obviously, then you have to draw a card. But if you say it before anyone else does, you don't have to draw a card. That's how we
Right.
play
That's
it.
what I was saying. That's what Jeff
Okay.
said. So like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I had my one card. I didn't say it. He says Uno, and then I had to draw a card.
Yeah, that's
And
how
then
you
I'm
play.
up to dose.
Yeah.
Scott,
Oh,
what do you think about that? Dose, buddy. Yeah, I
a good
love
time.
Uno. This
Well,
is reminding me though of
do
Vegas
you-
Vacation when they go to they go to wherever and start playing. You know,
paper,
like,
scissors, rock, pick a
Yeah.
number, war.
or scissors rock. What?
Yeah, they play paper, scissors, rock.
No, they play.
He's
play
trying
rock,
to be
paper,
difficult.
Scissors?
You have to ignore him. Yeah.
Are you being annoying right
I
now?
go,
No,
paper,
he's trying.
scissors, rock.
No, he's being.
No, you're on drugs.
That's how we do it in Carroll, man.
No, you're
no,
doing
there's
that
no
on
way. The right
purpose. No. I
How do you guys say it?
No, you're being a dick, dude. I know you are.
You are being a dick.
I know you are.
I'm telling Mom, stop. For real. Knock it off. You're being annoying. Kate left. See what you did, Scott? You made Kate leave. Rock, paper, scissors. Paper,
Plan
rock,
is
scissors,
working.
my ass.
What do we got now? Are we overthinking the wild? I'm excited.
No.
Or is this Cade's random rundown?
Well,
It's
sorry,
my
I
favorite
wasn't
part of the
sure
show.
because I know that Ro turned 3 and you had a birthday party for her, so I wasn't sure if we wanted to get into that or not.
Ro did turn 3 this weekend. You guys turned 3 on Friday. Look at her. She's there with her little softball helmet. She got a softball helmet. She's wearing this dress that
Does that helmet fit? That helmet looks huge.
That's a big helmet.
She's got a kind of a big head, but she gets that honestly. That's fine. That dress she got, like, one of our cousins, her best friends or her cousins brought it home from a cruise, and it says the Bahamas on it, and she's worn it basically all summer, and it's hysterical. So anyway,
Goes with
she
the
had
helmet.
a birthday.
Yeah.
It goes with the helmet. She's so funny, so wonderful. We had a birthday party for her.
How was it stressful? I know you said it was stressful, or
It's just
you were
like
telling us
planning
it
a
was.
party is, having all those people in your house, and they're all family. No one's judging. But
Kate,
yeah,
did
I
you get
cleaned
an
my house for
invitation
2
to this
days.
party?
Oh, I'm sorry. You interrupted Mackenzie there. I didn't get to hear what she said. Sorry,
Oh, I'm
Mackenzie.
sorry.
What'd you say?
Did you get invited to this party?
No, I did not get invited to this party.
I didn't
You're
either.
obviously
Weird.
invited to this. You're my family. You're invited. Like, it's implied. Get off my ass. What would you have done? You would have come up and probably said something to offend me and my parenting and all my kids, Scott.
I would have said,
Because that's what
Ro,
you do.
Did your mom brainwash you into wearing pink, or did you choose it yourself?
Let me tell
Chose
you,
it. She's a girl's girl. I'm sorry.
as a man with no kids, let me tell you what you're doing wrong.
Exactly. Exactly.
I spent all weekend with my 3-year-old niece and a couple-month-old niece, and it's very hard. I respect all you parents, and I can't stop but give advice. It's like one of the worst parts of my personality. Let me tell you what you're doing wrong.
And what were your brother and sister-in-law doing wrong?
They hadn't brainwashed the child enough into loving me unconditionally enough. She's,
Yeah, that's-
she still has opinions.
There
She
you go.
doesn't think that everything that I
course.
say is interesting. We were driving back. I was trying to teach her about fog because she kept looking up at the sky and being like, smoke, fireworks. And I'm like, no, those are clouds, 3-year-old. Okay.
Oh, God.
And so, I just don't know why they're not teaching this 3-year-old meteorology.
Well, when you have your children or first child, I will buy them their first book on meteorology.
Oh, thanks.
Mark my words, I will.
And
'Cause I do think
hopefully
that's
the
an
giant
important-
moa bird we can
Kenzie-
go see in a zoo somewhere.
Kenzie,
better be
we never had birthday parties at our home. I know
No.
that you're kind of out. You're out there, so I know it's kind of harder to like have everyone drive to one place. Maybe that's what I'm guessing is kind of why you guys have your parties at the home,
Yeah,
or just
for-
because you want to. But
For the younger kids, we've always had them at home, just for the littler kids. But now that the boys are getting older, we have this place in town where there's like inflatables and mats, and the kids can just run around and burn off their energy. But for the little kids, so next year she'll be in preschool and she'll be at that level. So that's good. We can move the party outside of the home, which I appreciate. I love having everybody. That's part of the reason we built this house, to accommodate everybody. And I loved having everyone there. Once the party started, I was completely fine. It was the anticipation of, like, I was on my hands and knees cleaning the baseboards. You think anyone looked at the baseboards
No.
when they got to my house? Or when they got to my house? No, they did not. But I was playing tops of doors. I was doing shit that made no sense, and I was being psycho about it.
Hey, you got to do it at some point, though. So I always find that it's not really for the party, but you do need to do.
I feel great.
Home
My house is
maintenance?
spotless.
Yeah.
And I do, but I'm spot cleaning constantly. And I hadn't been elbow deep in a toilet for a little bit, but I got elbow deep in all the toilets, and that's
This
good.
reminds
And now I
me
feel
of-
great.
this reminds me of the worst birthday party I ever had. I had a horrible birthday party one year. I made my dad cry. I've only seen my dad cry like 3-4 times.
What?
I made my dad sob.
You little monster.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What did you do?
This was my oh man, this will actually tie in with one of the questions I had for the random rundown. But this was my birthday is right after Christmas, so this was right after the Christmas I got my first cell phone, and which doesn't really tie to the story, but I just remember it vividly. But we stayed at a hotel right next to the Jordan Creek Mall, and this was in January, and so our whole thing was that me and a couple of my buddies were staying at this hotel. We went and swam in the pool, and then since I was a teenager now, I got to walk over to the mall by myself with my friends, and we got to walk over and go see a movie. So we do that, but I think it would be fun and a cool idea to walk across the frozen river, or not the frozen river, but the frozen like little pond they have there at the Jordan Creek Mall, which I didn't think was a big deal at all. I thought it was totally fine, no big deal. I'm looking at you as a mother now. And that's no bueno.
I'm shitting a brick. No bueno at all.
We walked over there perfectly fine, made it to the movie, went and saw the movie. Super fun, best birthday ever. And then we decided to do it again on the way back over. And a mall cop catches us like halfway over, and he's waiting for us on the other side. And he escorts us three back to the hotel, and then proceeds to tell my dad, my stepmom, my mother, my stepdad what happened. And my dad just starts bawling. And it's just like, not bawling, that's a bit dramatic. He had his composure up until we got back to the hotel room. But basically, we all got walked up to the hotel room, and I got asked to come over to the room that my parents were staying in. And my dad was just like sobbing, and which...
Was he upset because of what could have happened?
Yes.
Because you could have literally fallen through the ice and died, and he never would have seen you again.
Well,
of course,
also,
I would have been upset too. Of course.
Also, if we know Keith, he also is feeling like I should have been watching out for this. I think there's probably a part of like some shame that he was feeling. Like, I can't believe that this happened.
You probably nailed it. Yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of confused as to why he was crying back in the time, and
because
have you talked it out since then?
Yeah.
No, he gets kind of annoyed and upset anytime I bring it up. Yeah. He's still stressed about it.
Of course he is.
My dad can get stressed out, or he's a perfectionist, and
guaranteed that wakes him up in the middle of the night. Still, this many years later.
Is Cade walking across frozen water?
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you. New fear unlocked for me.
Yep.
We have a river right there. You should hear the threats I give these children about this river.
I am sure
and they get so upset.
I'm sure they're terrified of that river.
I know they are. And my dad is like, what are you doing? They need to learn to respect they don't need to be afraid of it. And I'm like, or they could be afraid of it and just never go near it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely just helped prove your case.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly. Because, I have 3 children. That middle one, he is afraid of nothing. And so I have to, I think a little fear goes a long way. Scott would know this. Scott was afraid of stuff as a kid.
Oh my God, I was afraid of everything. But we still swam in the creek where the cows are standing right next to us. And I still don't get sick. So
I would tube down the South Skunk River. I mean, we would be teenagers. I would have access to alcohol, and I would tell my parents did not know the alcohol part, but I'd be like, hey, we're going tubing on the river. And they'd be like, no, I really don't want you to do that. And I'm like, well, why not? Like, I'm going to do that. And then I would go do that. And I don't want my kids to do that ever, ever, ever.
That's fair.
I need to meet your kids.
They're good kids. Oh my God. All right. Cade's Random Rundown brought to you by the Iowa Corn Growers Association. As an Iowa Corn Growers Association member, you help shape policies that impact your farm from the local level to Washington, D.C. Be a part of the movement shaping the future of Iowa agriculture and sign up now at iowacorn.org/join. What you got?
Thank you, Kenzo. Okay, so the photo that goes with it will make sense once I share my personal story, but I was wondering if there was a childhood punishment you now realize was completely insane or unfair, irrational, something like that.
I think about you got to eat your whole pork chop, and if you don't eat the whole pork chop, you don't get the rest. You don't get your food. But my dad wanted those pork chops overcooked so much. It was like leather. Like, I'm not going to eat that. I thought the punishment of taking away my dessert was absolutely absurd. I'd rather get, now that we understand calories, like, come on, you know? Don't overcook your pork chop, man. You can cook it to like 145. We were hitting like 205, I think, on those things.
Wait, you can cook a pork chop to 145? I thought it was 160. It's white meat.
145, baby.
Really?
That's why people don't like pork as much. They way overcook it because they're still worried about things with pork that existed centuries ago that we fixed. But yeah, you obviously you want to cook it safe. But yeah, you are undervaluing the sacrifice that pig made if you're going to overcook your pork. You can get it to a nice, good temperature. Juicy.
If I never ate pork again, I'd be fine with it. I know.
I'm right there with you.
I know.
Bacon?
I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Specifically, like a pork chop. I don't know. And I like ham. And
I'm telling you,
bacon.
it's because you've overcooked your pork.
No,
Have a pork chop that's at 145.
I did, and I can't even go there. I can't even go there. It just tasted. I couldn't get. Yeah.
So it's like if you eat
picture,
lamb, you're not eating lamb either because
I'm not eating lamb. No.
Is it because you find them, you're relating to the animal too much?
Yes.
So would you eat a horse?
No, I wouldn't eat a horse.
It's very delicious.
No.
What about cows? You don't care about cows?
Apparently not.
Chicken?
I don't know. I can disassociate. Oh, chicken is fine.
Oh, I love chicken.
A turkey's fine. Love me a chicken. They're dumb. They're dumb birds. They're dumb dinosaurs.
Kate, did you have any of these terrible punishments like your dad crying in front of you just to make you feel bad about walking across a frozen lake?
I didn't get in any trouble for that because it was my birthday, so that was the one silver lining.
They canceled each other out. He didn't get in trouble. That's nice.
I didn't get grounded or punished or anything for that.
Wow,
I think that
lucky.
My father crying in front of me.
Oh, that's traumatic.
Was more than enough.
That is traumatic. Holy shit.
So every time I've been punished, I have come to realize that it was for a good reason or that the punishment was deserved or I learned something from the punishment. There's only one that still to this day I think is ridiculous as shit. And it was, I got fired from my first job at Subway. I'm more than happy to go into more detail as to why I got fired for that. But I got grounded for being fired from my job. He took my phone away. We went to the lake and they were treating me like I ran over somebody with a car or like
pushed someone in front of a subway train. Yeah,
or they were treating me like I got F's, straight F's, or they were both like they were like, you got fired from your job.
Why did you get fired?
Dude.
I know why.
Yeah, I forgot my shoes one day. So I was wearing slides, and I thought it was a perfectly ingenuitive idea to saran wrap my slides so I wouldn't be open toed. I don't think they appreciated that idea too much.
They obviously didn't. They fired your ass.
Yeah. Yes. Did that suck? Yeah. Was I out of money for like an entire summer? Yeah.
Shoot.
Did I need to lose my cell phone and my Xbox and just basic abilities for the summer or for a few weeks during the summer? No, that's an overcorrection. That was ridiculous, and I hope that they are listening because I still think that's ridiculous. That was stupid. And I've said this to their face.
Overcorrection of you being fired. I mean, that's the first. Was that not the first offense? I mean,
I can't imagine that was the first offense.
Offenses leading up to this.
No, I don't know. I don't know. But nevertheless, that is also the best part I love about that story is that firing is also the hardest I've ever made my dad laugh. Because when I finally did tell him the reason I got fired, I have never seen my two parents laugh as hard as they did. It was at dinner in Arizona when I was living there, and I've never made them laugh that hard. But
Like,
yeah,
by
I
the way.
got in so much trouble when I got fired.
I saran wrapped my feet.
I just didn't get it. And I still don't fully get it because there was no lesson to be learned there. I got fired. I haven't really been fired since. So
Being fired is a punishment, right?
yeah, it's embarrassing. Yes, it's embarrassing.
Especially from Subway. They really don't fire people.
Dude,
do you know what Jared from Subway did?
Dude, I was
He does stuff.
yeah.
And he's still Jared from Subway.
I used to have to close that shop at the age of 16 with a guy that was high on meth. But
oh God! Wait, you've told us. Was it the
he
one
didn't
off
even get
Grand?
fired.
he didn't even get fired. No, he was still working there. He's still kicking. Yeah.
Remember the
I don't
girl
know.
that told me that she couldn't put my sandwich into a wrap because it wouldn't fit? Do you remember? Didn't I tell that here?
Yes. Yeah, you did.
They say any sandwich can be made into a wrap. I'm like, I'd like that as a wrap. She's like, that's not gonna fit. I'm like, you don't have to put the bread in there, sweetie pie. Just put the inside. You dumbass. God.
Yeah,
I
Subway.
think everyone that worked at Subway's on drugs, except for you, Kate.
Yeah.
Except for you.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
funny. Wow.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know. There was a lesson to be learned there. I'm still trying to find it.
Oh.
Mozart?
I went down this rabbit hole over the weekend of not safe for work facts that you probably didn't know about, and I just wanted to share some of my favorite ones because I think there's just some really, really crazy ones.
I'm going to teach these to my kids later, so they better be.
Yeah. Have fun with that. Scott, feel free to fact check me on these later if you feel the need to. So the first one I learned was that the inventor of the autopilot crashed his plane while attempting to join the Mile High Club. I thought that was very interesting.
Oh. Wow.
He died?
No, he didn't die. It was like a
Okay.
very... But the story is that they found the guy and the lady like naked when the plane, like, because it was like a very chill crash, I guess. I don't know. But they found the guy and the lady naked, and he was like, no, that was just like friction and, the stuff burning off. But no, it was...
Clothes got ripped off. The turbulence.
Yeah. Did you guys know that
amazing.
Ronald Reagan's wife was originally known by her peers as the throat goat?
Why did I know this? Yeah, why did I know this?
I've never heard this before.
Yeah, give it a goog, Scott. She was known as the MGM throat. That's another name for her. She was getting busy. She was getting busy in those
parking lots or something.
Yeah, she was getting busy in those back lots.
Wait, because
Yes.
this is in Nancy Reagan
Yeah.
is known for giving BJs in the back of a parking lot?
Her nickname was the throat. I'm not even joking. You can look it up.
Yes. I don't know why I know this, but of course.
And this is the lady who told us don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do drugs.
Wow, you just added another tidbit to my presidential knowledge.
I can't believe you didn't know that, honestly.
I didn't.
That kind of surprises me.
To be honest, I haven't really studied the first ladies all that much.
Nancy.
That's probably my fault.
Might be able to learn a thing or two, Scott.
I know Dolly Madison's favorite flavor of ice cream was oyster.
What?
Oyster
Yeah.
ice cream?
Yeah, James Madison's wife.
Thing?
Yep. She loved
That's like
oyster
such a
flavored ice
rich
cream.
person thing, like how more pretentious can
Also
you
probably
be?
tells you how bad ice cream was back in the day.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
That's
It's like-
true.
Not
Disgusting.
quite as good.
Mozart wrote a song called Lick Me in the Ass.
Lick me in the ass.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Is it about a donkey?
I
Why did I go to animals too? We're disgusting.
would imagine not.
Wait, the
but-
ass.
Yeah, lick me in. It's like lick mish in the arsh or something. Whatever. I don't know.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good, kinky guy. You could tell he's kinky. Look at him. Look at that sick
Look at
son,
that
of, a
son
bitch.
of a bitch.
That's
Yeah.
very
I'm not
young
gonna yuck his
Mozart right
yum.
there.
All right. John Harvey Kellogg, the creator of Kellogg's, the big breakfast
I know
empire.
this.
He's a physician. He was a physician and a devout seven-day Adventist in the late 1800s, and was very vocal about his beliefs in abstinence, especially against the old
Masturbating.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. Which he believed was
He didn't wanna say
physically and morally harmful. Kellogg promoted a bland vegetarian diet as a way to reduce those urges, and he believed that spicy, rich, or stimulating foods could increase libido. So, he developed plain cornflakes at his sanitarium in Battle Creek, Michigan. The idea was simple that boring ass cornflakes would help promote people from doing the deed. And that is why cornflakes are a thing.
I did know that one. Again,
that is interesting.
I don't know why.
Yeah, why do you know all these?
Because I'm sick. You guys know this. I'm just a sick in the head
Fair enough.
lady.
All right, Kendall, this next question is directed towards you, but I know Scott will unequivocally give his opinion on it. I did not get my first phone until 7th grade. It blew my mind recently to find out that there are 3rd graders with iPhones out there. Kenzie, when is the age that you're going to give your children cell phone access? And that's it. That's the question. Yeah, sorry.
No, that's a great question.
Or what is the age you realistically will think you will give them telephone access, cell phone access, and I guess what is the age that you think?
I don't want them to get a smartphone or social media until high school. I really don't. And there's like a movement with parents. I can't remember. It's like 16 or 14 or something kind of crazy. And I don't think I'll be able to hold on that long. I don't, just because of where we live and things like that. I want them to be able to communicate with me, but they have smartwatches and things now. They have ways to get in contact with me. They can have a flip phone for all I care. I just don't want them to have all the scariness of the world at their fingertips quite yet. So I would like them to be in high school.
The age of the smartphone is going to be short-lived, and I don't even know, like, by the time your kids are old enough, Mackenzie, it might be on the back end that you will getting them smartphones. Mostly you're going to have that watch, you're saying, or probably wearing glasses or something that all of that sort of interface will be available on. So it's going to get harder and harder. My hope is that social media is dead. Interest media is now what we have. If hopefully we can get back to a place where, yes, we're just using that stuff to help communicate and not drone on and on and on. Because if we can get rid of the swiping, that's going to really help.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with both you guys. I think social media is the real thing.
I'd rather my kids smoke cigarettes than be on social media.
I agree. What's that book, The Anxious Generation? Who wrote it? But it's a really good book if you want to read it. And it's about just how cell phones and anxiety are completely correlated with teenagers.
Especially if you stop smoking by the time you're 35, your lungs essentially get back to 100% health. It can be in that range.
We always talk about this, and I always joke about it, but like, I think I'm going to pick up smoking. I just think I should. Overthinking in the wild. You go ahead, Cade.
Yeah, no, Overthinking in the wild. I thought we'd just move on to this. We actually have a pretty decent amount of submissions today. We got 3 word submissions, and then we have 1 SpeakPipe one, which is always nice to get some hear your guys' lovely voices, as you say, Kenzie. So yeah, let's get into it. Sammy S. is overthinking if water has a flavor. If not, how do bottled water, tap water, etc. taste so different? Seems like it's something Scott would know the answer to. But
well, yes, as somebody who grew up on well water and swam in a creek that was occupied by other animals, every water has its own little flavor to it. When you get those little minerals in there, that's what you want. Like if you get a reverse osmosis system put into your house, I really recommend you remineralize it on the way out, because otherwise it's nothing. And you do want some flavor in there, and in my opinion. And so it just depends on where the water comes from.
Yeah, I had my first experience with that going to visit my grandparents and my aunt in Florida, because Florida water tastes completely different. It tastes kind of eggy, and it's really gross.
Gross water.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Yikes.
And I was so confused by that.
There's more sulfur in it, so it just
it's gross.
Yeah. No,
you take for granted when you have good water.
Yeah.
Water that tastes good. And
absolutely.
I hate asking
also,
for tap water.
Also, you do get accustomed to water tasting the way that you like it, right? So I'm sure people in Florida don't think it's necessarily as bad as we do, because we come from, Ames water's just up the road, and this is the greatest water in the world.
The best water in Iowa is Keokuk.
Ames. I heard a song about it.
I've heard that song too. Is that a joke or is that like an actual?
Hooray for Ames!
Is that like an actual stat that they have the best drinking water, or
it's not a stat, it's a fact.
Okay,
No,
I feel
Keokuk.
there's like a little bit of like troll sort of jokiness in your tone that I'm that's really throwing me off. Yeah,
This guy, this son of a bitch.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, pretty much exactly like that. Tyler P's overthinking the etiquette of leaving a group chat. Is it better to just disappear quietly or make a dramatic exit? Either way, I feel like the villain. That's
Andy
hilarious.
Fails just did this to our
Why
Iowa
don't you
Everywhere
ask
chat
Andy
group.
Fails? Because he just did not care. That was the most baller move I've ever seen. He's just like, I'm done.
Out.
Goodbye. Didn't say anything.
And it says Andy Fails left the conversation. This is tough. For me, I don't. Oof, I can't do it. I can't have it say Scott Siepker left the conversation, so I'll just mute it and then hope they take me off eventually, or start a whole new thing.
When Andy left, did anyone overthink, like, was it me?
No,
why he
because
left?
it's Fails.
It's mainly just because I don't think he ever said a single word in the entire time I was in there.
He popped in like very strategically, like about certain things, like very specific things, and I just respected it because like it would be right in the middle of a conversation of something completely. He was like, "I got business," and then he would just peace out.
Well, sometimes you just open that chat up to the most insane topic. That being said, I think it's good to just leave a group chat. I think if you're the one that tries to leave all dramatic, like I'm leaving, I can't take you guys anymore, I think it makes you look like, I don't know,
because then they're just going to talk about you.
They're gonna. It's putting a big target on you, and it's also like you saying I'm leaving the chat, and then making this big scene about leaving the chat is kind of like counterproductive, I guess.
Although I'm definitely thinking of the group chats that are with friends, not the group chats that are with family. Leaving one of those is probably a very different experience.
Yeah. I suppose it is.
Lexi H overthinking if my toddler thinks I'm dumb. Sorry, I just did not get a chance to read this one. That's really funny. If my toddler thinks I'm dumb, he asked me where the moon goes during the day, and I panicked and said it's at work. This might be my favorite submission yet. That's really funny. Oh, man.
I don't know. It's at work. No, your toddler only knows what it knows, what he or he knows. So as far as
your toddler thinks that you're smart and that the moon goes to work. Exactly. The problem is you're making your toddler dumb.
I've asked some questions as a kid that put my mom in a really unfortunate spot, and it's like there's nothing you can do. Like there's no way to answer. I remember this one specifically. I was reading the Guinness Book of World Records, and they were reading the stats on what each country had the highest crime rate of, and ours was unfortunately the R word. And so I asked my mom what that was, and I was like, isn't that where you like stab someone to death with a knife or something? Because I wasn't sure what it was, and she just said yes. So I spent like I definitely like incorrectly said that to people as like a third grader, probably.
That's the thing. Like that's the thing. Kids, they're little like gossip machines. So they're going to go to school and be like, I went to school and I called someone a name. It didn't make sense. I'm not going to repeat it. It's awful.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were reading Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
And it was listing out the most murderous places in the world?
No, like
what
each country has the most crime, like the highest amount of crime wise.
Offense.
Like one state has the most murders, or not states. One country has the most murders. One country has the most muggings.
Oh.
Ours was the R word, assault. You know what I'm talking about. So I asked my mother what that meant.
Wait, are we not supposed to say that word anymore?
I don't want to, so I'm not gonna. I don't know.
Fun word.
I thought when you said the R word, I was very confused.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got you. That makes more sense.
So then I thought you went around calling...
No. Well, no, I'm just kidding.
Wait.
No, yeah, so I definitely just incorrectly used that word at some point. So I apologize if I threatened you with that. I thought we were playing cops and robbers and meant that I was going to stab you.
Rape you.
Yeah, no, no, stop. That's not what I meant. No, what I meant, mate.
He went home and told his mom, Cade said he's going to me. What's that mean? And then his mom called your mom. And then your mom was like, uh-oh, shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
What have I done? Oh, that's so funny.
So
that's not your fault, Cade. That's not your fault.
It's not my mom's fault either, though, because, like, what are you supposed to say? I don't know.
He came downstairs yesterday and he's like, hey, Mom, were you awake when you had me? Because he knows that he, like, came out as a C-section somehow. I don't actually know. And I was like, no, I was awake. He's like, did it hurt? I said, no, because they gave me medication. He goes, what's medication? So I explained it to him. And then he's like, his eyes got huge. And then I'm like, do you want to see the scar? And he's like, yeah. So I showed him the scar. This boy turned yellow. He turned yellow. And I was like, should I not have told you that? And he's like, no, it's okay. And then he goes, good thing I'm a boy. But Ro's going to have to deal with that. I said, well, and then I took the Jeff E.D. extra mile. I said, well, not all babies are born like that. Some babies come out a different way. And he's like, what do you mean? And then I told him, and then his eyes got even bigger and his skin turned even more yellow. And I'm like, Hayes, should I not have told you that? And we were learning together. Hayes and I are learning together. Like, you know what? The stork and the birds and the bees. I understand why parents don't tell their kids.
I love that parenting moment for you. Well done. I think you handled it excellently.
I think you did too.
I mean, he's precious. He was like, okay. Well, I'm not a girl, so I'm like, yeah, but this is why we treat women nicely. Okay.
That's a great lesson to take away.
Perfect description of him, like, processing that information. Like, oh,
my baby.
Okay.
I feel so bad. He goes, oh no, you guys. He goes. Think about something else. Think about something else. Think about dinosaurs. Think about dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's literally what was going through his head. Yes,
that is what he said out loud.
Oh, really?
He goes. Think about dinosaurs. Think about dinosaurs.
Just forcing himself into a different thought. I love it.
I respect this kid. I do the same thing. Stop thinking about that. Stop thinking about it. Think about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think a perfect way to wrap up our show today is to play our one speak pipe submission. Let me find it here.
I hope it's appropriate. I have not listened.
I listened to the first probably 10 seconds of it just to make sure it wasn't something like disgusting and
no R word.
Where you're threatening to rape people like you did, Cade.
All right.
I'm going to rape
you. We were on the playground. All right. We were on the playground. We were like, it was like, we were playing cops and robbers, and I was just trying to be a good robber and threatened to stab people, and
well, that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, that's certainly one way to look at it. Anyways, overthinking. Speak pipe. Please submit to us and don't threaten us with things. You guys got me flustered, dude. Oh
Not
man,
any of the R words are allowed here.
Oh, you guys got me flustered from that one. Whew. All right.
Hello, Kenzo, Scott, and Cade. This is Brian from Los Angeles. I've been overthinking, when do I tell her she can't cook anything besides the basic foods? They're horrible. Just the latest example, she asked, what's your favorite cookie? I said, I haven't had peanut butter cookies in a while. Oh, I'll make them for you. I go, here, this is the recipe I like. I left it out on the counter, and I put a note on the cupboard that says, the ingredients for the cookies are in this counter. I taped it, like, all the way around, make sure that I could see that it was used. It was not used. So she did not even use my recipe or the ingredients of the peanut butter cookies I love. They were so bad that you can now lay bricks with these cookies. They're so hard. But I know the effort's there, and I'm grateful for it. But how do I tell her just stick to grilled cheese, spaghetti, and meatballs, and hamburger helper? Just the basics. Because you're good at that. You suck at everything else. Hello, Kenzo Scott.
Oh,
that was amazing. Oh my god.
Said,
perfect overthinking. Ooh.
So he sent me a message after this, and he said, and if you use this, my favorite peanut butter cookie, it's in the 1986 version of the Women of the Lutheran Church cookbook.
Wow.
I feel like peanut butter cookies are essentially the easiest cookie to make. I'm wondering how she screwed them up so bad.
Maybe she tried to make them like a healthy version of the cookie, and she tried to use like almond flour and flaxseed, because that could fuck up a good cookie pretty quick. You know, it's like just...
What do you do here, though? This is a good thing, like, because she's trying to do something nice. And it's always hard to criticize somebody who's just, doing something nice for you. But
I think by saying like, this is my favorite cookie, and my mom used to, maybe not bring your mom into it, because sometimes that dynamic between the mom and the wife or girlfriend can be a little iffy, but my grandma used to make these, and this is exactly how she made it. So like, could you make it exactly like this? Please.
Clearly, no, she will not use. And I love that he set up the whole situation to make sure he could tell if it was open.
That is hysterical.
I think the time is now. If your question is, when do I just rip the Band-Aid off? You got to have the conversation now.
You can't live your whole life just forcing.
No, I think you can.
Forcing shitty brick cookies down your gullet.
Yeah.
No,
would I? I would probably just eat it. I probably would.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't do it, Brian. You should do the better thing and just have a conversation. Look, I really appreciate you. I love you so much.
Yeah, Brian, how does she take feedback? Historically, how does she receive feedback? Well, then, if she's like a mentally sound and nice person, unlike myself, then I think go for it. But if she's anything like me and you tell her that her cooking is bad, don't do it, because we're pissed, okay? You're an ungrateful slob, and I'm never doing anything nice for you ever again, and I'm moving out. Goodbye.
So my girlfriend's pissed at me because she's made me like 3 playlists with like a bunch of songs on them, and I haven't gotten to them, and I don't know what to do.
Is her taste in music bad?
No. I just have other things I'm trying to get to right now.
Come on, you put music you can play in the background.
How long are these playlists?
It was like probably like 60 songs.
Wow, because when we did playlists, you got 1 CD, right?
Yeah.
That's forever. That's hours and hours of music.
Yeah. Well, it's really thoughtful. She's thinking of me.
She's telling you something, like subliminally through the music.
I know.
Oh, that's what I would do. I would make playlists, and I'd be like, if she listens to this song specifically, she'll know that I'm actually in love with her. And I know it's unrequited right now, but she'll come around. Do you think your girlfriend's doing that with these songs? Trying to give you a message?
She's trying to deepen her love for you and your connection through this music.
I don't think it's as deep as what you're saying, Scott, but I think
Scott, did you used to do that? I remember when I worked at
And you can't listen to music on double time like a podcast.
Just speed up all these songs.
True.
You got to listen to them at the speed in which they are designed.
Yeah, listen to this entire... Tough. Yeah. I have stuff I want to get to too, though, and every time another playlist gets added, it makes it hard for me to do that. But at
this point, can she put a greatest hits?
Showing her that you'll make time for her music is a gift back.
Yeah, well, I'm going to visit her this weekend, so I'll listen to them on the road trip down there, maybe, or something.
You better.
I do a lot of video editing for work, and listening to music is very distracting. Yeah. Well, that's not what all right. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.
Oh my God, guys. Thank you so much for listening or watching to Overthinking with Mackenzie and Scott. We've had another
whirlwind of
fantastic episode with you today. We hope you're enjoying Tuesdays. We hope you are subscribed. And if you're not, just hit that subscribe button. It's not difficult.
And before anyone attacks me, I was like 7 when I read the Guinness Book of World Records, so...
That's such a classic thing for a 7-year-old to do.
No.
I hope all your favorite bands stay together.
We will see you next Tuesday. Goodbye.
See you next Tuesday.
Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday.